Initial impressions of the Saucony Endorphin Elite 2 after 30 kilometers of running, and wow! It has one of the most softest midsoles I've ever experienced. With the Endorphin Elite 3 expected to drop later this year, the Elite 2 is now frequently on sale. I've seen it discounted by as much as 40% or roughly 10,000 pesos, which makes it an incredible value for a race day shoe and even a versatile all-around super shoe. So, is it still worth picking up in 2026? Let's get started! Softest midsole ever. After 30 kilometers, the cushioning on the Saucony Endorphin Elite 2 really stands out. It's incredibly soft. So soft that some might find it too mushy or unstable. Personally, I love it. Every landing feels well protected, especially at faster paces, and it does a great job of absorbing impact while still giving you a race day snap. For a super shoe, the comfort over longer efforts is honestly impressive. The Incrediron midsole foam is where the magic happens. It's Saucony's next generation supercritical TPEE Super Foam, which they claim gives you about 93% energy return. Its engineering is amazing. Imagine it being soft and mushy when you are just walking, but gets firm and responsive the more you push the paces. Buy only if on sale. While it's easily one of the best super shoes on the market right now, it's also one of the most expensive. Unless you specifically want the ultra soft cushioning that the Endorphin Elite 2 delivers, I'd honestly recommend picking this up only when it's on sale. The good news is that when the next gen Endorphin Elite expected in 2026, the Elite 2 is already seeing big discounts. I picked mine up for around 9,000 pesos during a Rev PH sale, roughly 50% off. At that price, it's an absolute must-buy race day shoe. Wider than usual fit. The Endorphin Elite 2 feels noticeably wider and roomier than what you'd usually expect from a race day super shoe. For reference, my usual size of US 10.5 fits me well lengthwise. But because the upper uses a super breathable engineered mesh, I did find myself tightening the laces a bit more to really dial in the lockdown. Runners with wider or thicker feet will definitely appreciate this more accommodating feel. Another standout detail is the booty-style tongue, which gives the shoe a snug, sock-like feel once it's on foot. The heel counter is also quite unique. It's relatively high and features an arc Achilles flare, which helps improve both comfort and overall lockdown, especially when you're running at faster paces. Similar rides, the Endorphin Elite 2 is such a unique shoe that it's honestly hard to make a direct comparison. But if I had to name the closest thing in terms of overall concept, it would probably be the leading Feidan 5 Elite. Although that shoe is noticeably firmer and more aggressive. Stack height-wise, they're pretty similar. And the Super Boom midsole cushioning in the Feidan does remind me of what Saucony is doing here with the Endorphin Elite 2. Where they overlap is in how both shoes manage to feel cushioned while still being responsive when you pick up the pace. That said, the Endorphin Elite 2 is in a league of its own. The ride is much softer, almost plush, and slightly mushy underfoot. But without feeling dead or slow, it still snaps back when you load it, especially at faster race efforts. If you're looking for a super shoe that prioritizes softness and comfort while still delivering responsiveness, there's really isn't anything else on the market that feels quite like the Endorphin Elite 2. For the cons of the Endorphin Elite 2, aside from its super expensive retail price, I guess it does feel a bit unstable on slower paces. This is one of the most common issues that I do see as well with other runners. But the Endorphin Elite 2 is a super shoe and meant to be used on fast and race days. Looking forward to logging in more miles to this amazing super shoe. Expect my full review soon. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe for more running shoe reviews. See you on the next run.